Hello guys, today I'm going to discuss the most important topic of paper 8 for English literature students. So the answer I have written, you all can write this answer for all these 5 questions which I've mentioned. So without any crap, let's get started. So I'll begin with the questions. 19th century or 19th century novelist, Victorian novel or Victorian period, salient features of Victorian novel or major women novelist of Victorian period, or growth and development of the Victorian novels. So all these are questions and you can write this answer for all these questions without any shadow of doubt. So let's get started. Victorian literature refers to English literature during the reign of Queen Victoria 1837 to 1901. The 19th century is considered by some to be the golden age in English literature, especially for British novels. It is in the Victorian era that the novels became the leading genre in English. English writings from this era reflects the major transformations in most aspects of English life, from scientific, economic, and technological advances to changes in class structures and the role of religion in the society. Women novelists played an important role in this rising popularity, both as authors and as readers. The Victorian era gave the birth of galaxy of eminent novelists in English literature. Famous novelists from this period include Charles Dickens, his full name is Charles John Upham Dickens, William Thackeray, Thomas Hardy, Mrs. Elizabeth Gaskell, Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte, Anne Bronte, George Eliot, and several others, etc. Charles John Upham Dickens. He was the leading representative of the Victorian period. Some of his important novels are Pickwick Papers 1837, Oliver Twist 1838, Nicholas Nickleby 1839, Old Curiosity Shop 1841, Martin Chuzzlewit 1844, David Copperfield 1850, A Tale of Two Cities 1859, Great Expectation 1861, etc. In all his novels, Dickens delineated the true pictures of social life. William Thackeray. He was also one of the prominent novelists of his period. He was mostly concerned with the aspects of upper class society. His important novel Vanity Fair 1848 is of high order. His other important novels are Pentonmish, which is published in the year of 1850, Handy Esmond, which got published in 1852, and The New Corner, which was published in the year of 1854, etc. Thomas Hardy. He was also one of the leading novelists of the Victorian era. He had understood the grim facts of life and his approach was almost pessimistic in depiction. Some of his renowned novels are Far from the Madding Crowd, 1874, The Return of the Native, 1878, The Mayor of Casterbridge, 1886, The Taste of the D'Urbervilles, 1891, Jude the Obscure, 1895, etc. The approach of Hardy was of great excellence in understanding. As a matter of fact, Hardy was very close to upheavals of human life. All his characters as depicted are the careers of human feelings and sentiments. In fact, the Victorian era was the fruitful era for the development of novels. This age has witnessed the great change in social constructions. Mrs. Elizabeth Gaskell. She began her career as the leading novelist. Her early novel Mary Barton was published in 1848 and North and South published in 1865. She also attempted the psychological novels. She made the interesting study of female life in her famous novel Cranford, 1843. In fact, Mrs. Gaskell was close observer of human problems and understanding. In Ruth, she dealt with ethical and moral subjects. Charlotte Bronte was one of the leading female novelists of Victorian period. Jane Eyre, a famous novel, was published in the year of 1847 and reveals the love story of Charlotte Bronte. Shirley is also one of her leading novels and got published in 1849. This novel is super realistic, extremely realistic, and factual in character. Villette was an important novel published in 1853 in which the personal experience of the novelist was expressed. The Professors The Professor's 1857 was full of impressive narratives. In fact, Charlotte broke a new fresh ground in the history of English novels. All her novels portray the manner and ways of social life. As a novelist, Charlotte was essentially the novelist of passion, form, and intensity. She presented the characters in subtle manner. In fact, all her novels are autobiographical in character. She had described the reality in her novels. Emily Bronte was one of the leading novelists of her time. She was a landscape painter of great beauty and charm. It was she who presented moorland art which equals fidelity. Her noted novel, Wuthering Heights, 1847, is her single masterpiece. In this novel, the novelist has dealt with wild and elemental views in character. It is a novel of extraordinary power, intensity, passion, fiery emotion, deep love, strong hate, and stormy feelings. It is a novel of terror and revenge. It is compacted with lyrical intensity of passion and emotional exuberance. In fact, this novel is one of the most odd and unplaceable works in the whole range of English fictions. It marks the triumph of goodness and presents the slow wearing out of evil from the world. It is a unique novel for its dark and thunderous atmosphere and its powerful fusion of love and hate, and the structure of novel is complex. Annie Bronte. She was one of the leading novelists of her generation. She wrote Agnes Grey in 1847 and The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. The structure of Agnes Grey is the narration of the series of a small domestic incidents. The theme of the novel is the struggle of the spiritual integrity. The Tenant of Wildfell Hall is an interesting study, presents the interesting story of a drunkard. George Eliot was one of the leading novelists of the Victorian period. Sense of Clerical Life, which got published in 1858, is her leading novel. It deals with the tragedy of the ordinary lives with deep insight. Adam Bede, 1859, is also an important novel. It deals with women's situations, beautiful picture of countryside, and social understanding. The morality savior, the morality savior of this novel is well figured. The Mill on the Floss, which got published in 1860, Salas Marner, 1861, Shamala, 1863, Middlemarch, 1872, Daniel Deronda, 1876, with the leading novels of George Eliot. She was one of the greatest novelists of her age. Her contribution in the field of English novel is of par excellence. Besides these above mentioned novelists, the Victorian era has also produced large number of great novelists who contributed lots for the development of novels in English literature. They are George Meredith, Charles Ridley, Anthony Trollope, Bulwer Lytton, Charles Kingsley, and several others. English literature is no doubt highly indebted to the Victorian novelists. Thus, the Victorian age was regarded as the fruitful age in the field of novel writings. All the novelists of Victorian age have presented the pictures of social life in vivid, explicit, exalted, superb, and consummate manner. Thank you so much, guys. Please like and share my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.